Hello everyone, welcome in. We are just finishing off the rolling on this field. We've got the other small field to do, and then it's the big day. We should have the answer of how many bales are we going to get from our monster field. Now on the last episode we cut it all, it's all cut, it's looking lovely and smooth, but we of course need to get the baler on there, bale everything up, and then get it wrapped for silage. But the guesses are in, the answers are locked in. Today's going to be the moment of truth. How many bales are we getting from that big field? And then that is a real big step for us, because once that's done and we can sell some of that silage, that's going to open the door for upgrades and to really kick off the new plot. Obviously we haven't done too much with it just yet, but once we've got some money behind ourselves, we are really going to be ticking. But unfortunately we have just got a couple of little jobs to finish off on this one first. So like I said, we'll get this one rolled, the other one rolled. We need to chuck on some lime and then we're set. We are ready for the big field. So that's the roll and done, and we should be able to put this away now for a fair few months. I don't think we're going to need this for quite some time, so that can be put away. That is one of my least favourite jobs, as you know, so I have no problem putting that to the very back of the shed and not touching it again for quite some time. So what we'll do, we will grab the lime spreader, which I think we did put some in it before. It should have quite a bit in it, but we did buy some more anyway. As you can see, we've got our trailer there full of all sorts of different bags. So what we'll do to get this done, we will just run over the fields that we need to. We'll get them all done, and then that's basically going to be this lot ready. We won't have to touch it for a while yet. So the canola field that we planted the other day, I think it just needs a little bit. When we walked over to it, it said, yeah, the pH value is good, whereas the nitrogen is perfect. To be fair, it's probably going to be the same on all these fields, so we should really only use a small amount of lime. So we'll keep an eye on that. We've got 56% in there at the moment. Let's see if we use it all or how close we get to using it all. But I mean, that is going down rather slow, so I've got a feeling it's not going to use too much at all, which would be very nice. Obviously on the first application it took quite a lot, but the more and more you do it, the less it takes, because your soil is getting much better quality. So yeah, it really was worth it. At first it cost quite a lot for the equipment and everything that we had to buy, but the money that you get back on the environmental score far outweighs the cost that you have to put into it. So it's definitely worth it. Precision Farming gets a thumbs up from me. So that's the jobs on these fields wrapped up. We shouldn't have to do anything on these for quite a while now, which means we can put all of our attention on the new plot, which is lovely. I know you'll probably want me to get onto the new plot straight away, but unfortunately we do have to look after this sort of stuff, because while we are sorting that plot out, we do still need this one to start generating some money. So we had to get these done, but now all hands on deck for the other plot of land. Now, obviously it's 5 o'clock. I'm going to try and do as much windrowing as I can before it gets dark. Reason being, obviously we cut the grass and it's now had some time to regrow. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to cut it again, but what I am thinking is it might be quite hard to see the swaths when the grass has grown again. We've got a little bit of an issue going on here. Let's unhook from that. Something weird was going on. So yeah, if we let the grass grow too much, am I going to be able to see the swaths? That might be a little bit of a pain. So right, I don't know what's going on there. That seems to be a little bit stuck. We'll see if we can use all our strength to pick it up. There we go. That should be a little bit better. I had a little bit of a crazy moment. Ah, and of course now it's not lined up. Okay, we'll pull it out by hand. Made a right mess of that. How about now? There we go. Okay. Can't waste time like that. We need to be cracking on. So obviously this plot of land is massive. You can just see how much we've got to do there. So like I said, I'm going to do as much as I can before it gets too dark. It is getting dark already. The sun is setting. So we'll go up and down as much as we can. Let's just pull this out of the way. Time is of the essence. Okay, so at the moment that's okay. We can see that swath fine. but I don't want it to get to another growth stage where we can't see it. But yeah, fingers crossed we'll be okay. So this is going to take a very long time, as you know. I'm not sure whether we'll do it all now or if we'll split it up in between jobs. I'm not too sure, but I'll do as much as I can. It might be a bit of a longer time lapse than usual, but I'll see what I can do. So we'll time lapse it until it gets dark, then we'll rest, and then we'll see what the state of play is in the morning. So I think we'll call that a day on this one. It's getting pretty dark now and quite hard to see. So obviously we're now going to have to progress into October. Hopefully the grass doesn't grow so much that we can't see the swaths. I think it will be okay. But yeah, we could definitely get another cut out of this if we wanted to. But trust me, we're not going to. I think we've definitely got enough out of it that we need. We're not going to cut it again. So we will go and rest. And we'll do the same again tomorrow. We are getting closer to finding out what that magic total of bales is going to be. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, we're in October. Lovely, look at that. All the fields are growing. That's perfect. Yep, nitrogen, pH, everything is perfect. Right, let's get straight back to it. We can't afford it, but let's have a look in the sale anyway, because I always like to know what's going on in there. Nothing for us, good. I don't mind that when we've got no money to spend. We'll have the good stuff when we've got loads of money, thank you. So let's head on straight back to it. Let's see how much this grass has grown. It has grown a lot. Even the we can still see the big swaths, but look at that. That is ready to cut again. That's nearly fully grown. I can't believe how quick that has grown. But we can still see where we've been and where we've got to go, which is the main thing. Realistically, there's no reason why this shouldn't all get done in this day, so it won't go to another growth cycle. So let's see how it is. So we can see where we've been there. It's not the best, I'm not going to lie. I'm struggling to see it somewhat, so I think you are going to as well. It seems though over here on the left hand side it hasn't grown as much as it has on the right hand side, because we obviously cut this in 2 different days. So maybe that's why. I mean, luckily we have done the majority of the right hand side, so it should be not too bad where we are now. Yeah, see, we can see that fine. So thankfully we did cut that in 2 days, or that would have been pretty bad actually. That would have been very bad. But that's fine. We can work with that. That's not too bad. So obviously I said that I wasn't sure if we were going to split this up, what we were going to do. However, looking at how much this has grown, I feel this is important to get this job done now, because if not, it's going to be extremely hard. So we'll get all this finished up, and then we'll see if we have time to do some baling or not. Let's find out. That was a long job, but we got it done. I think it's safe to say it's pretty much all windrowed up now. Look at that. Swath after swath after swath. It just goes on and on and on. A little bit of a shame, obviously, that the grass has grown a bit, so it's a little bit harder to see it, but yeah, we can see it. There's a lot. So we'll go and grab the baler. Obviously, I've then got to do that whole process all again. It's going to be interesting to see, to give us a rough guide, how many bales we'll get from one swath. And then we can probably sort of have a little bit of a guesstimate, but I'm not going to guesstimate because obviously you guys have put your guesses in, so it's going to be fun to see at the end how many and who's close. But yeah, that will give us a rough guide. So of course the baler's probably got some in it already. But yeah, there's definitely a couple of little odd bits here and there that I missed where the ground was a bit rough, but like I said, we're not going to cover every single inch. So this has only got 25% in it, so that's alright, that's not too bad. So we can just cut a little bit off at the end. So we'll try and pick a nice, easy, visible one to start with. And oh, I decided to turn, then I didn't, and then I did, and then we crashed. Right, okay. So what I'll do, I'm gonna pick this one here. So we're gonna try and follow this one. Right, so let's get it lowered. So that is filling up extremely quickly. Obviously this baler isn't massive, but we've been using this one the whole series so far. So that's one bale. We'll see how much further till the next. So that's two. So I reckon by the time we sort of get to the top there, we're going to be at about 3.5, 4, I reckon. We're not going to go all the way around. We're going to sort of try and go from top to bottom, keep it as neat as possible. Obviously they are quite hard to see, so it will be nice to try and keep some sort of uniform to it. So yeah, there's the third one there. So yeah, I think we'll probably hit the fourth one by the time we get to the top. So based off that alone, yeah, we're comfortably going to hit the fourth one actually. Based off that alone, I think my prediction of 45 bales, I think I'm a little bit light. I think we're going to do more than that. So by the time we get to this swath, we could actually get 5 bales. Obviously we did already start with 25%, but it's close enough. Let's see if we can get that fifth. Yeah. So it's 4 3/4, 5 bales, whatever you want to call it. So now we should just be able to work our way all the way back down, following this line, and then by doing that, these harder ones in the longer grass should be much easier to spot. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I will time lapse this like I did the windrowing. I'm not going to do all the field because that would be very long, but we'll time lapse a chunk of it, and we'll see how we get on towards the end of it. So I'll be honest with you. We are all way off on our predictions. I don't think any of us are close. Look at all them bales so far. And that's from doing what? 4 or 5 swaths? Look how much we've got to go. Look at that. We're all way off. So I know I said before that it was your last chance to lock in your answers. I think now we've seen this, it's only fair. You can change your mind one more time. You can do a prediction in the comment section down below. Let me know how much you think this plot, we've cut it up, we've swathed it up. All we've got to do is bale it and wrap it now. How many bales do you think we're getting from this? I think, well, I just think we're miles off. I'm gonna go for 75 bales. I'm gonna go out there with a big number. So yeah, let me know what you think. But look at that, we can see them all from here, and that's from just this little section. We've got so much more to go. So we will definitely find out in the next episode. The first job is going to be baling and wrapping. We're not going to do nothing else until that job is done. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.